Hey my friends, welcome back to a new video. Today we'll be talking about the upcoming new moon coming up on March 21st. It is bringing us many huge changes, transformative energy, something we've been talking in the previous video about the March equinox. But this new moon is really special, so it may change everything in your life. If you're in tune with the present energy, and surely many of you are already feeling it, it's an energy of transformation that often awakens a lot of fearful thoughts, not to punish you, but to make you more aware of how many limiting beliefs are still controlling your life. So imagine it as a water of a lake or of a certain river. That water may be completely purified and all is well, the flow is well, you can see fish, you can see rocks under the water and everything. But then there comes a storm, and that storm is like this present energy right now. We can see a lot of crazy things and interesting things are happening on the world. And what that storm does, it shakes off the dirt a little bit. It makes this water a bit more rushy. So suddenly the whole water becomes a bit more dirty. But what happens, you suddenly recognize how much of the dirt and mud and everything was beneath that water. What if beneath all that mud and dirt is actually something incredible, a great potential for growth, a great ground for planting new seeds, something incredible, something unknown. And you can only realize what's beneath that after the storm, when that water will flush away all that unnecessary mud, everything that's just that doesn't serve you anymore. So you may find yourself right now in the place where you are a bit more muddy, like you feel a bit more foggy, you don't know why there's so many fearful thoughts present, and you feel a deep call for change. That's what's happening. You know, you need to remember that storms make trees grow deeper roots. That's what's strengthening you. But you need to make sure that you're grounding yourself so you can purify your mind and recognize what's truly going on in your life right now. How many great changes are in front of you if you would just let go of the past and fully embrace the dreams that you have for the future. So what this new moon has to do when it comes to those big major changes? Well, as this new moon comes in the zodiac sign of Aries, it's a great time to embrace the fiery energy, because Aries is a fire sign. It has an embodiment of the fire element of this physical dimension. And fire element is all about passion. It ignites the passion and it inspires you to take action towards your goals. And for goals, we need clarity, and for clarity, we need to take time. We need to nurture ourselves. We need to take time for ourselves. For example, just yesterday, I've been on a long ride on my bike. It was kinda not the first one this season, but I'm starting the season. The weather is getting warmer and it's getting truly beautiful out there. So I went on my bike, and that's something I just love to do. And I've experienced so much of clarity over the transformative phase that's happening in my life right now. A lot of clarity for some people I've been talking recently. And I've noticed that this energy right now, it's not just something you feel and something transformative that you're going through. The whole world is going through it. And that's why we see so many changes right now. And so much more changes will happen. That's why we need to stay grounded and to see the positive outcomes out of what is emerging. Because in the field of information, it's much easier to find fearful things than the potential positive outcomes that are actually emerging out of that. When something is falling apart, something new is emerging, and only those who are living in clarity can see what's actually growing out of it. So I want to give you 5 things today, what to focus on and what you must know about this present energy. And this information is really powerful right now. So firstly, remember that with every new beginning comes the potential for growth and transformation. So consider to let go of how you've been living your life and focus on how you actually want to live it. Trust in your ability to create the life you truly desire on that heart level. Dreams that you have right now and desires that are coming up, those are not just some coincidences. Those are dreams that are calling you. So ask yourself where my dreams are calling me right now, and how your life would be if you would emerge with joy, if you would truly start following those dreams with great sense of joy within your heart. Because you are here at the first place to be in that childlike joy, right? To be in that childlike curiosity, to be in that childlike creativity, childlike awe and reverence for life, for nature. And that's what this energy is reminding us. A lot of beautiful things, but also some things we need to be careful of, something I will mention later. So, as I said, Aries is a fire sign that is ruled by planet Mars. And according to ancient Greek mythology, planet Mars was always a symbol of action and energy. That's why a sense for taking new action is rising so much right now. And as well, Sun is moving into the zodiac sign of Aries at the March 20 to 21st. Again, a powerful transformation. So it is a powerful time to truly ask ourselves how we want to transform our lives, regardless of what's happening on the world, regardless of all the fearful thoughts that you've heard. You need to take time and ask your heart how you want to live your life, where your dreams are calling you. Because the thing is that when we in tune with that inner voice is not egoistic. That inner voice is not encouraging you to live a life of abundance just for yourself. That inner voice always encourages us to connect with the right people. Actually, it usually happens by itself. The right people come to us, or we feel called to contact certain people. Abundance grows for you so you can share it with others. But you need to take action. And for taking action, you need to recognize what that dream is, what that calling is, right? And for that, usually we need to identify many of those mental limitations. Those are limiting beliefs that are usually not allowing us to initiate the changes that we want. And sometimes, and because of that, we feel lazy, we feel slower. And if we truly question why we feel that way, we recognize that at some point in the past, we defined ourselves with a limitation that's not even ours. We've actually got it from somebody. And now it's time for you to free yourself. So free yourself, my friend. The first thing that is coming with this powerful new energy is a sense of being energized and motivated. If you feel like that, I've started to feel like a whole new level of motivation for my work. I've started making some changes and I've recognized I feel so inspired I'm so grateful for the opportunity to be in this position where I am. And I feel so motivated to put everything to the next level. My understanding, my knowledge, my growth, the way I'm taking risks in my life, and so on. I'm ready for that. And I hope you're too as well. Because the new moon on March 21st will occur in, like I said, in the zodiac sign of Aries. And this is a powerful time for new beginnings and taking action towards whatever you consider as your goals. So I suggest to truly take time. Go somewhere in nature. If you can, close to a river, close to water, close to somewhere where you feel like nature is purifying you. For me, it's a river. And go there, purify yourself. and then go for a walk or go for a run, something that awakens fire element within you. For me, it's a workout, a run, a bike, something like that. You need to purify yourself, and then you need to awaken your inner fire. A fire is within you. And with some action, a bit stronger action than usually. Like if you're often going for a walk, try to go for a bit faster walking, or go for a run, or do some activities that awaken maybe a bit of adrenaline within you. Something you're maybe usually not doing, or something that helps you to awaken your energy, to raise your energy. If you do that, something incredible will happen right now in your mind, in this time. What will happen, you will get a sense of what it feels like to be in the peak state of yourself. And in the peak state, soul speaks the loudest. What happens, you will get a sense of how you want to live your life. So you see, it's not enough just sitting down and meditating right now. This energy is so strong, but we need to in tune with it. We need to plug ourselves to it. And in order to do that, because of this Aries fire sign, we need to awaken fire within us by some brave action, some strong action. So do something that awakens fire within you, and you will get a sense of some incredible goals, something that's just for you, something that is calling you. That's the first thing, a strong energy of motivation and feeling energized, but you need to tap into it. Remember, if you don't change your energy, nothing in your life can change. The second thing is that it's time to tap deeper into your authenticity. So what it means, at some point or at some level of ourselves, we are completely authentic. I've noticed that I am the most authentic when I'm doing things I love the most. So for example, I'm the most authentic when I'm making these videos, when I'm making my art, when I'm talking with people that are same-minded. That's where I'm the most authentic. So those things and moments are teaching me how to bring that authenticity also in my relationships, also in the places and events where I become more automatic, where I become more like a program, because we all have this shifts, right? In certain things we're more authentic than in others. So I recognize that this YouTube and making videos and all of that is not just a place for sharing a message, it's for me also a place for training myself who I truly am on that soul authentic level. So that's what I'm sharing with you. But often if I hang with people that I know them for 10 years or more years, sometimes some old programs awaken within me and I recognize, oh, that was not authentic for me. So what's happening right now is that awareness around who you are as the most authentic self is rising. Why? Because this new moon will also be closely aligned with the planet of Venus. And the planet Venus, according to ancient Greek mythology, is a planet of that strong sense of harmony and balance when it comes to relationships. All relationships can be balanced and charged with harmony when each individual in relationship is authentic and is expressing the truth and honesty of the heart, right? And that's why this new moon right now is deeply influenced with this energy. So you may feel like you need to maybe take care of some relationships, or you may need to journal a little bit how you've been in your recent relationships, like how you've been expressing yourself. And it's not about the guilt, like, oh, that's where I've lost myself, oh, that's where I was not authentic. Our brains sometimes make full stories. I've recently realized that previous week I had so many meetings and I was meeting new people. And I recognized, like, firstly I thought, well, there I was inauthentic. There I was not really myself. That's how I thought. But then I've started journaling when I came home, like I did some mental gymnastics. I was training my mind to see what truly happened, and I've recognized, well, because I felt that person is not ready to hear some truth, I rather hold myself down a little bit, and that's why I was unauthentic. So when I found out the truth, I also recognized the truth of that other person, and it helped me to overcome that sense of guilt and to recognize what truly happened and how next time I can be a bit different. Like, I can be more authentic, I can be more real or true or whatever will be. So you see, deep introspection and reflection can help us so much to figure out how to reprogram our brain when it comes to our relationships. So consider to think about it and to reflect on that, because never allow yourself just to stay in that state of guilt because you think you were unauthentic. It's all a lesson, and it's all time. It's time to dig deeper and to recognize, well, what have you taken out of it, and how can you be a bit more authentic next time? What have you learned in that process? And journaling is so powerful because we are learning from our own behaviors, and writing about it is just something we can't outthink. So that's powerful. The third thing that's coming with this energy right now is that many unexpected opportunities and breakthroughs will take place. That's why I said that this will change everything. For people who are changing everything may change for you, because many unexpected opportunities and breakthroughs will take place. Planet Uranus, the planet of innovation and change. Do you feel like there's an energy of innovation, like you need to make some big changes in your life? Do you feel like that? That's because of Uranus, planet of changes. This planet will also be in a harmonious aspect to the new moon. So this new moon will be a bit influenced with this energy, which is a perfect time right now because so many changes are happening on the world. And it's not just about waiting what will come up, what will fall down, what's going on. It's about you become the innovation of yourself, because the world needs you. And that's why you're here right now at this unique time, because there's something within you, something so special and unique, but only you can discover it. So this energy can bring unexpected opportunities and breakthroughs, especially in areas where you may have been feeling stuck for some time. So whatever it is, that's something you need to reflect on. So make some deep introspection. What are the areas of your life you felt a bit stuck? How you think about those areas, how you think about that aspect of your life. If it's health, relationships, finances, where you need some updates. And even just if you start thinking about the updates, intuition will lead you to the right information and the right insights will find you. But make sure that you write them down so you will not forget it and you will start working on it. Study whatever calls you. And make sure that you take action towards greater realization of whatever is calling you. Because we're all here to learn, and learning means expanding our understanding. And to expand our understanding, we need to be open for new knowledge. And to be open for new knowledge, we need to let go of old beliefs, right? Because if you think you already know something, you will never be open for knowing more about it. And the biggest disease in nowadays society is that people think they know everything, right? So they are behaving like they are gods, like we are gods. But we know nothing, and the wisdom of life is to be like you know nothing. That's how you're open to learn from everything, right? That's what the ancient Greek philosophers knew. And that's how they developed their own philosophies of life. They were studying everything like they know nothing about it. That's how you see the details. That's why art is so interesting, because you stand in front of it and you know nothing about the painting. You know nothing what the artist was trying to show, so you're figuring it out on your own, and that's why it awakens a creative thinking, and that's why it inspires you. That's why it awakens within you a fresh new energy. That's why people love art. It happens in music as well, in stories, in books, and so on. There's power to being like we know nothing, because then we're open for everything, right? The fourth thing that you need to know when it comes to this strong energy is to truly work on grounding yourself. Why? Because, as I mentioned before, the moon is in the zodiac sign of Aries, but at the same time, sun is entering into the zodiac sign of Aries. So there may be because of the Aries, there's a strong energy of action, right? And sometimes because of that strong energy, we may become a bit impatient and we may do something impulsively. And for this strong energy, we also need strong roots. That's why I said at the beginning, storms make trees grow deeper roots. And that's an important understanding why you are moving through storms right now. The energy will be getting stronger and stronger. And in our future, there will be even stronger energy. And for that, we need to deepen our roots. We need to know who we are. We need to know our truth. We need to know who we are on that authentic level. So work on grounding yourself. Practice some mindfulness, whatever resonates with you. Not just meditation, but like mindful walking, observing nature. What is new that you haven't noticed yesterday? Whatever can ground yourself. For me, I like also like cold plunges. That's something I'm doing, or cold shower. It's unpleasant, but it grounds me. It clears my mind because suddenly I reset myself. I'm not saying that you should do it, but find something that always works for you. For me, that's something, or if I go in the winter time, I go swimming in the ocean, in the sea, and it's just something that grounds me. It reminds me of the other side of nature, not just, that beauty and warm sensation that we experience in the springtime, for example, but also that painful side that teaches you why we are building comfort zones, that we start appreciating that the comfort, not to be imprisoned by it, but to appreciate it so we can grow and expand ourselves. That's why I love also those unpleasant practices that are like reminding us of why we need balance in life. So work on grounding yourself right now because the energies are really, really strong. And the last thing is something I mentioned in the previous video right now, and I need to mention it here as well. This new moon falls near the equinox, the March equinox, which marks the start of a new astrological season. So this is the actual new year. This is the actual new year because astrological season is entering a new cycle. Which means that the most transformative phase of the year is at the time of this March equinox. This is the time where you truly need to ask yourself what you don't want to bring into the future. As everything is growing in nature right now on the northern hemisphere, it's a beautiful time of the year. And we need to ask ourselves what I don't want to bring with myself into the future, what I'm still carrying in my backpack, what kind of emotional triggers and limiting beliefs and stories I'm telling to myself, and people who don't appreciate my worth. At some point we need to deal with that and say, well, I don't have time for that anymore. And at some point we need to let go of those things, right? That's how we open ourselves for new opportunities. So a beautiful time to think about what you don't want to bring into the future. And it's also fear. It's also fear for the unknown. It's also whatever may be triggered within you because of that transformative phase of everything that's happening on the world, technology, artificial intelligence, bank systems, health systems, school systems, everything that's kind of transforming so fast. Those things happened in the past as well, not in such a fast pace and in such a strong motion. But as much as those things are shifting really, really fast, it's all a manifestation of how the energy is shifting really, really fast. So the same energy is shifting within you. So when you see those things happening, you also feel those things happening within you. And work on grounding yourself so you can navigate yourself through those changes, because the world is changing, but also your inner world is changing, and you need to recognize what is awakening within you so you can cope with that. Many people say those are evil things happening. Well, it's all about our perception. Everything can be a great tool if it's used with a wise mind, an open heart. So we need to wisen up our minds and open up our hearts so we will be able to use the tools that are coming into our hands wisely. And that's something that's not easy to comprehend for many people. So you need to work on purifying yourself and preparing yourself for everything that's coming. And for that, you need to have strong roots and recognize that many of the old beliefs and thinking patterns are not serving you anymore. So study new things. But when something awakens too much fear, it means, okay, there was too much of it. So let go a little bit of it. Go for a run, shake it off, do your things. Don't be consumed with media. Don't be consumed with information. Use it for education. Use information for informing yourself, but don't be consumed by it. Because when something consumes you, you forget who you are. And I don't want you to lose yourself there, because we are living in the age of information. So you will never get enough of information. That's the disease of nowadays. You will never get enough of knowing what's going on. There will never be enough, because there will always be more. And that's why you need to know yourself. And you need to know how much is enough to be informed, but too much to feel like you've awakened a chaos within you. So you need to balance yourself. And balance is found where balance lives. And to me, that's nature. So make sure that you connect with nature. Make sure that you turn off your phones here and there. Make sure that you unplug yourself from the internet and you plug yourself to the web of life. It's something Native Americans called and still calls the web of life that connects all of us. That is the internet, the real web, the real Wi-Fi connection with all of us. So we shouldn't forget who we truly are in this important phase of our life. So my friends, I'm celebrating you. I'm grateful for all of you, for everyone who's waking up right now, because all of you are strengthening this web right now. So remind yourself who you are and tap deeper into the truth of yourself, because it's beautiful. And we all need that beautiful light that is emanating within you. So this is it for today. Today I'm sharing with you the painting, The Dragon. You see a green dragon, which is a symbol of a crystallized person who went through a transformative phase and learned from the lessons and embodied greater understanding of life. That's the symbol of a green dragon. It has many different symbols of transformation, but that's the one that resonates with me the most. Then you have two pyramids. The lower one is like unshaped rock. That is something like our inner world. We are kind of shaping our personality, adapting it to the light being that we are, to the soul. So the character can become eventually a reflection of the soul. And then there's the upper pyramid, which is like a perfect structure protecting the rose within. Rose is like a a soul, like that gentleness, but around it there's a strong protection of understanding, knowledge, wisdom. And that's how I'm explaining this painting. It's like we need to be protected energetically with the right knowledge, wisdom, with the right experiences, so we can shape that rock and create something that we truly feel that we're meant to become out of it. It's all our work. And then Green Dragon represents a manifestation of that inner transformation. So this is it, my friends, for today. I hope you found something valuable today. A bit longer video, but there's too much of information to make it shorter. So that's it. I love you all, my friends. I'm sending you all lots of love, blessings, and power. Till next time, one love.